Hi everyone, welcome back to Sapiens Forward. Today we're going to do a little bit of a checkout of ChatGPT, the free version, which you can use right in your browser. So let's take a look. So here we are at chatgpt.com. As you can see, I'm on the free version here. So we're using whatever features we have available. We can see it has access to GPT 4.0 Mini, the standard voice mode, limited access to GPT 4.0, and other types of features here like file uploads, data analysis, web browsing, and custom GPTs. Let's go and see what we can do with all that. So you can see here we've got a variety of different options. First thing, this is kind of the context window. This is where we're going to put in our prompts or requests, the questions we might have, the things we're going to ask ChatGPT to do. Right here, this will use voice mode. So we'll click that and it will use our microphone to talk with us. Here we can attach files that we want to use in the context of whatever it is we're doing with ChatGPT. We've got some options here of things that maybe give some suggestions of what we could do with it, and that's pretty nice to provide that. You can see here this is just the fact that I'm logged in with a Gmail account, so I was able to connect to it and authenticate using that sort of user account. Over here, yeah, we saw that this is where we could upgrade the plan. Over here we can see what mode we're in, what version of ChatGPT. Again, they don't shy away from encourage you to upgrade to the different versions. There's Plus mode and now a Pro mode, which costs even more. Plus just costs $20 a month, while Pro is $200 per month. Quite a jump there. But we're using ChatGPT. You can also go into a temporary chat mode. If we click that, we can see that this chat won't appear in history. So we'll keep a history of the different chats you might have. We can see that here in a few minutes. And it won't create memories or be used to train their models. So memories are a way for ChatGPT to record and keep some data on some of the things you've done and what it's learned from that. And it might use that in future chats. Maybe it learns something interesting about you. Maybe it learns your name. And so in the future, it'll just reference you by name. And it stores that away, tucks it away in its databases, and may use it in the future. But if you're in this temporary chat mode, it's not going to be doing that. Additionally, when you're using these tools, if you're not in this kind of mode, you really need to assume that OpenAI, in this case, when we're talking about ChatGPT, is using the data and the information that you're passing to it and getting back, and maybe using what it's generated, what it's storing to train future models. That can be a little scary or kind of cool, depending on how you look at it. But for safety purposes, they may keep a copy of this for up to 30 days. And when they talk about safety, they're not concerned with you, hurting your getting like a hangnail or stubbing your finger or something on the keyboard. No. They're concerned with, if the system is producing harmful language or something like that. They want to have records of that to kind of figure out what's going on there. So that is the temporary mode. Let's get out of that. Let's go back over here. So ChatGPT, yeah, that's what we're doing. This is like a little sidebar here. You can open and close this to see what's going on. Eventually, in a few minutes here, we'll see our little history of maybe some sample chats we're doing. You can start a new chat just by clicking this button. Sometimes you want to make sure that the context you're working with, maybe you ask you to do certain things, generate some documents. You don't want it to keep trying to iterate over the same one. You might want to start a new chat, start fresh, and have it produce something different. And there's no problem with that. And explore GPTs. So GPTs are, other kind of custom little solutions that people put together using the API, the application programming interface that OpenAI provides with ChatGPT to do some clever things that might be a little bit different from what ChatGPT provides by default. Some really cool stuff here. A lot of different things, a lot of GPTs around presentations and image generation, stuff like that. Really clever. And there's a lot here you can really check out and see what other people have come up with. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go back and just try out a few basic chats. So, just to kind of demonstrate what I could do here, I have a sample file that I'll upload from Microsoft, just really a PDF on some AI stuff that Microsoft put out in 2023, the future of work. And as a sample here, why don't we just have ChatGPT try and help us understand what's in it. So now, you don't have to do this, but I always do. I like to be polite to ChatGPT. Does it really hurt anything? No, but you never know. I mean, if AI really takes over the world a few years from now, a few decades from now, you're not going to feel bad for being polite to the AI system, are you? So it doesn't hurt, right? So I always try and be polite. Let's please provide me a summary of this report. And let's send that. So what it's doing, we've uploaded this PDF file and it's analyzing it, and now it's creating an outline of that. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's working away. It's generating this text, token by token, word by word, after it's evaluated that document, and we're getting an outline of this. And that's pretty cool. Let's take a look of actually what that was generated from, because that itself was a different kind of document. It's still working away there. I'll pull up this. As you can see, this is pretty different from what it's producing, and it's rather extensive. I mean, pages and pages. It's kind of like a slide deck format. But yeah, pretty different from what we're getting. This is much more expansive, whereas we're asking it to produce a summary. And if you wanted to get just a very high level understanding of what a lengthy report might contain, this could be a pretty handy tool. You just want it to, hey, tell me, what is this basically about? I don't want to have to read all 40, 50, 100, 200 pages to try and understand what is the main point of this. Summarize it for me. Cool. Okay, that's great. Thanks for doing it. All right. Well, what are some other things we can do with that? Before that, actually, let's take a look at what these are. So you can read aloud. So we can have it read what is produced here. We can copy it. So if we want to take this output and put this into something else, we can tell it a good response or a bad response. And this is pretty important. I don't know if a lot of people use that or not, but this is part of kind of a continuous refinement process. Human feedback is part of the refinement process to help ChatGPT, the system, the AI tools, to better understand, did this appropriately answer the question that was posed to me? Did I do a good job? Because ultimately the idea is, if it gets a negative feedback, it's going to take a different approach in the future. And if you compound that impact, that approach, over dozens, hundreds, thousands, millions of times, you can really start to see how the system will become more effective at coming up with accurate solutions. And here we can see the models that were used. We know that a lot of these different AI tools, there's different models. They're iterating on those models very, very rapidly in the last few months, years. And so the different models might be good for different things. As there's new models that come out, older models might be available for more frequent use. There might be more lower intensity versions of the models available to be used more commonly and frequently throughout the day, particularly by users of the free version of the tool. Whereas if people are using premium versions of ChatGPT, will have access to faster models and be able to use them, even in a more unlimited way all day. So that's what we got there. So yeah, we got this output. Some other things we can do. Like it said, it can work with files. So it's like, all right, how about we ask it to put this into a Word doc? Please export this summary to a Word doc that I can download. And so what we should hopefully see here is ChatGPT will take this summary that it produced and generate a Word doc. So Word doc being Word document file in the form, the Microsoft Word doc. And we should be able to download it from here. So, why might you do it? Maybe you want to grab this and, tuck it away. You store it on your computer for later as a little note, or share it with somebody else. Who knows? There's endless types of possibilities of what you might want to do with some of this stuff that these tools can do for you. But there you go. So let's see. It's taking a little while. One thing I've noticed that you'll definitely, some of these actions here will be much quicker on the premium versions. I will say there's no doubt about that. Probably a topic for a future video to actually kind of benchmark and look at how those speeds are. But definitely it's not instantaneous on the free version. So we can download this file now. I'm going to download this to my computer and see if we can find that and check it out. What do we got? Let's look for that. All right. What do we got? All right, so this is a Word doc that was produced by ChatGPT. And basically took that summary that it created for us and just took that text and put in a Word doc file we could download. It's not groundbreaking, it's not earth-shattering type of capability, but this is just scratches the surface really of the types of things that ChatGPT can do that could potentially help you. Where you go from there, to some degree, it can be up to your imagination, but that's just the beginnings of a very high-level, brief look at what you can do with ChatGPT, how it works, what some of the features are, and we'll follow up on this in future videos. We'll look at some of the other features like voice mode and what are some of the other things it can do with files and manipulation and stuff like that. A lot to cover, but thank you for watching this one. Hope you're really curious about what ChatGPT can do for you. You should check it out and let me know what you think. All right, thank you.